We got part 2 today, and we're leaving off on what we ended off at Friday, which was yesterday. I know it didn't look like it. We were working till like 12:30, pretty late. So today we're gonna get the wiring harness on and actually button up the thing and hopefully get it running by probably 12:30 tonight too.
Yep, probably.
Yeah, and so yeah, here's where we're at. Kind of where we were at last video. We got most of the hoses hooked up on under the intake manifold. We got the injectors, we got the new intake manifold on, new throttle body, and all the spark plug wires, valve cover on, all that good stuff. And so the engine is pretty much buttoned up now.
Pretty much. We gotta do the wiring harness, and that's really it.
Yeah, and then after that, we're gonna pull it off the stand, put it on the hoist, hook up the transmission, and plop her in. Alright, got the engine hoist, and Evan's fitting up the flywheel access, or
yeah,
pretty much what it is.
Flywheel service point.
And we got the wiring harness on. I kind of cut the time lapse short because I don't want to waste too much camera battery because we're going to be using this all day. But yeah, we got the wiring harness all sorted and where it's going to go over on this side to the relay box right there, and brake booster and heater core and all that stuff. And after we get this off, we'll pull it off the stand right with this John.
Yep. Put
that transmission over there on. Whee! My zoom's so slow. Wow. And yeah, we're getting close. You know, it's kind of satisfying when a lot of the parts that were once on the table over here and on the floor over there start going on the engine. It's kind of like we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere, right? This isn't very daunting, especially with two people kind of looking at things and figuring it out. Also, he knows where most of this stuff goes, but
yeah, I'm very familiar with my car at this point.
Yeah. So, who knows? We're gonna pull the Alpha out to make room over there.
I might have to choke it. There we go. Pop it.
So gorgeous. Literally so pretty. Those carburetors are sucking air. They sound so cool. Wow. All right, pull her out.
Yeah.
Pop the hood. All right, goodbye. Oh, so pretty. That's literally goals. That is goals. So pretty. So we gotta do clutch, flywheel, pressure plate,
Yeah.
and then obviously transmission's over there.
Yep. We got our
Throwout bearing.
Yeah.
Rear main seal was done how long ago?
A year and a half ago about.
So rear main seal is good.
Yeah. And on E30s, you can really mess up your crankshaft if you do the rear main wrong. So I'm just not gonna touch it.
Yeah. There she is right there. Ooh, she dirty. She's such a pretty engine now though, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that, like Alfa Romeo was goals, but like father, like son, this is turning into clean. All right, I am currently outside of the garage because I stepped in oil, but we messed up and got the
Wiring harness and coolant lines in the wrong position.
yeah.
So they're interfering with the placement of the engine.
All right, and then basically we're just dropping on a tire right now, and then gonna pull the flywheel and make sure everything's lined up in the rear so we can put it back up on in the air and stuff. All right.
And be way easier.
All right, so basically we're gonna put the transmission on while it's on the tire, just because it's easier than up in the air and the transmission's heavy.
Okay, so I messed up on the flywheel bolts pretty bad. I bought these, which as you can see, pretty long, and these are the flywheel bolts that I need because I have a lightweight flywheel. So what we're gonna do is we can't use these, we can't cut them to size. So we are going to reuse our flywheel bolts. As you can see, they're in pretty good shape. We just need to clean out the threads with a straight pick and then red Loctite.
All right, while Evan was putting on the flywheel, I was off getting the red Loctite to get those bolts on and getting some moly grease. What's that for?
For the input shaft on the transmission.
Okay, so moly grease for the input shaft on the transmission, and now we're gonna put the clutch and pressure plate on.
We got a torque.
But we gotta torque them to spec first. So I'll catch you guys up after that, and we just ate lunch. What else?
I don't know. We'll see.
These updates are kind of funny.
Yeah.
All right.
So I couldn't get a clutch alignment tool in time, so I made one on a lathe. I just turned this to the diameter of this, and then turned this section.
There you go.
Turned this section here to the diameter of our pilot bearing right there, and then added a little 10-degree taper to it, just so that it will slot in easier. So now this should work just fine. So what we're gonna do, just stick our alignment tool in, grab our clutch, stick that on. There we go.
Now it's perfectly
It's
centered.
rock solid in there. And now we can grab our pressure plate.
I'm sorry, I can't. We got the transmission on. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Bell housing bolts and then slip her in.
Yeah, we need some other bolts on the bottom side too.
Right.
Those are easy.
The guy behind me is now using a chainsaw, which is really annoying, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We'll just film. Let's try to get in quick though. Yeah. I think the battery might have died earlier. Alright, so camera died right as we were putting this in.
Yeah.
And that's kind of something that we need to catch on camera. So we went to the store and bought oil and transmission fluid, ATF. So that we needed that anyways for the startup, so we got that out of the way and got to charge the battery. Now we're back on. Let's do it right now. Yeah. Wait. One time.
It's caught on the fire.
All right, we finally got it in. What a pain. But we got the motor mounts in right down there, if you can see them right there. Yeah, this one's gonna be easier to see. It's a little red guy right down there. Right there. And she's all cocked, looking like a BMW engine. These are now loose. Which is nice. Transits in the tran tunnel. All went super well. So it's like the last 20%. This is pretty good. It's pretty satisfying.
Yeah.
And it's only, what time is it? It's only like 4.
Ooh.
Bill?
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Little update. Car is jacked up because we're about to get underneath the car. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm kind of getting tired. I'm like ready to go for a ride in this thing, dude.
Yeah, I am too, but we still got a good bit of work to do.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah, you have no idea how satisfying it is to get the engine in. I know it just like, it looks like it took a few minutes. We've been working since 9:30, 10 this morning, so yeah. Tough. All right, slowly hooking up the wires.
Yeah.
As we hooked up the distributor coil here.
Mm-hmm.
And what else
got
we
it
do?
plugged into the ECU. We got this grounded here that goes back to the ECU.
Yeah, positive terminal.
Yeah, so we're gonna get all of our positive wires on there.
Yeah, and then we're gonna put the Mishimoto Radiator.
Yeah.
Mishi who? All right, and then yeah, we put that guy right in here. And first off, we gotta get the trans mount on because level the engine out.
Yeah.
And then hook up the engine mounts the rest of the way. And then we gotta get Evan's cool custom exhaust on. Look at this thing. Oval.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what it sounds like. I haven't heard it since. I haven't ever heard this one.
Heard this one, yeah.
I heard the old one, so.
Yeah.
Cool, maybe it'll give me some ideas I want to do with my build. Who knows? All right, peace.
It's a 16 buff in the dark. It's a 16 buff in the dark.